All right. Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Yo, what's up? All that good stuff. Today we are making motion lower thirds, quick and easy, using Canva. I'm going to show you how to create it. We're going to use the video template from Canva. Yes, there are lots, super, way more, tons of ways to do it, but we're going to use Canva today. I like to choose the video option because video option gives you motion. Also because as you can see down here, the video option is already formatted to your standard video size. So let's say you're doing a broadcast, church broadcast, you're streaming live on YouTube, you want to make some custom lower thirds, just want to put a little extra sauce on it. Nothing too busy, but just make it look nice. Chances are you are using the 1920 by 1080 HD high definition video resolution as your output. So we're gonna just click on video because it's already formatted the way we need it to be. So let's click video. Um, Now I was browsing a little while earlier and I just kind of like that one, which is what I'm gonna pick more than likely. But we can just scroll down. You see you've got some different options. I would pick one that just has a little bit of motion, not too much. We're not trying to make people dizzy or feel like they got vertigo or distract them from the main thing that's on the screen. We just want to add a little something extra. I like this one down here too. That's nice. Just a little motion, a little something, a little extra sauce on your broadcast. So these are some options that you have. These are pro options. I do have the pro version, but they have some decent ones that are that are free. Like this, it's just got a little twinkle on it. That's free. That's cool. Got this down here. I don't know, that little squiggly part at the top might be a bit much, but maybe not. Maybe not. There are ways to customize it. I don't know. Do the curtains open? No, maybe not. Anyway, oh, I like this. I like that black and white vibe. I really like black and white as much as I like full color resolution and all that. I really do also like black and white. When I do photography for people, I always include at least like one or two black and whites in there. Anyway, all right, so I'm gonna choose this one here because it's got some variation in color. I like that. Also, what you want to pay attention to is how it looks at the top of the video, because the top is where we're going to put our focus, because it is, after all, a lower third, which means we're not going to use the entire video. Like we're not going to use the entire screen, I should say. So we're gonna choose this one. Like if you hit play, you can see the motion there. You got some variation in colors. I like that. First thing we're gonna do is duplicate this page. Um, let's do 3. All right. Now we have the video that we're gonna choose. The next thing that we need to do is add text, right? Obviously. So I'm just gonna add a text box, just a regular old standard text box. We're gonna stretch it out a little bit, and I'm gonna put my text box at the top of the page because this is the part that you're gonna actually see on your video. And if you need to know about how much of the top of the screen to use, we're gonna, this is a lower third. I'm gonna explain exactly what that means. So basically, when you're talking about video or video production, the word third is used a lot. You use third when you are composing your shot. If you're a camera person, you use thirds. If you are a photographer, if you want to put the person in the middle of the screen, like this imaginary box that I'm drawing here, that's going to be like the you're in the middle of each one of these third sections. So if you're following my cursor, let's say from here to here is like the first third going left to right. And then from here to here, that's going to be like your second third. And then from where the cursor is here to the end, that is your third or your whole screen. if you remember your fractions from math class or whatever. So in the middle, that's your middle third, if we're looking that way. Now, if we are going to divide the screen vertically, that means going from top to bottom. If you start at the top, from here to almost the middle is your first third. And from this section where I am now down to about here, that's like your second third or your middle third. And then from here all the way down to the bottom, that's going to be your lower third. And this area here is what we're aiming to fill up on our actual video. But we're going to design it at the top because when we put it into our video software, which I will show you, we're actually just going to slide the video down to the bottom of the screen, okay? Because that's part of what makes it quick and easy. So you don't have to worry about cropping or any of that other stuff. I'm actually going to show you in OBS because that's what I'm streaming from today. Now, if you're using something else like Pro Presenter or all that, they also have options where you can crop it. So this will work in pretty much any streaming software that you're going to be using. It's just a matter of manipulating the video. All right. So we already have our motion video background. We didn't have to make it from scratch. We let Canva do that for us. Now we're going to put our text over it, and we're going to make sure that we are not going beyond the top third of this video because we don't want too much to show when we go to our software. All right. Anyway, enough of that. Let's stay focused. So I'm going to click on my notes. I've actually got some notes down here from Bible class. These are some Bible class notes that my pastor sent me to make some lower thirds. All right, so I'm just gonna copy this. All right, it's this simple, y'all. I'm just gonna copy that. All right, we're gonna go back to Canva, and then I'm gonna just paste that junk right there. Boom. All right, now it's huge. It's okay. Don't panic. Just highlight all of it, go up here, and we're just gonna hit that minus, and we're gonna go down in the font until it's about where we want it. Now, I don't know what size screens you have at your church. You may need to alter the size of the text or maybe make this on more than one slide. If you're concerned about whether or not people will be able to see it. But the main purpose of this particular slide that I'm making is really for people online to be able to see it. And so this is going to be sufficient because when you look at it on your phone, it's going to be just fine. All right. And then I'm also being mindful of the size that I have here. So I'm going to highlight this and make it just a tad bit smaller. We're still at a 22 size 22.8 font. The size of it anyway, we're at an archive font. I think that looks pretty good. That should be relatively easy to read. Now, I tend to put a background of some sort behind my text, and I don't necessarily like it go from side to side either. So I'm just gonna pull this in just a little bit so you can see the actual video moving without that frosty background that I'm going to add on it. So you'll have a little frost behind your text, and then you'll have a little area peeking out the sides there that's just raw video. And I like how that looks. I think it's pretty cool. So I'm going to grab elements over here, just shapes. I'm going to take this shape, put it behind my text. I'm going to change the color, of course. We don't need any of those ice cream colors. Like, please, please, please. I know it's fun to experiment and all of that, but just think about why you're doing this. Think about the purpose of it. And it's because you are trying to share some information with your audience and you want them to be able to read the information. Otherwise, it was pretty, but like, what was the point? Okay. So let's not get too carried away with the colors and all of that. If you're doing a background, white, black. Okay. Now I done lost my background. There we go. All right. So we're going to change this color to white because our text is black. And then, then the only thing we'll need to do after that, I think I forgot how to make it transparent. I don't want it really solid white like that. If I can click on let me move my text over. Also, it might be a good idea not to do what I did and put the text first. Maybe just do your background first. All right, here we go. So I just play with the transparency a little bit, just so the letters pop out a little bit more. Now, another thing that you can do is make your text white. And white tends to look good for text when it's on screens and all that. If you do white, black shadow generally helps the white pop out a little bit. All right, but for the purpose of what we're doing, I'm going to leave it black, and then I'm gonna bring my frost back. I made it transparent, that's why it went away. All right, bring my frost back just a touch, just a little bit. All right, here we go. Don't judge me. I had a song in my head. There's always a song in my head. Okay. It looks decent to me. I'm gonna now rearrange my text box so it can go back. Just take a look at it. Make sure none of your words are like weird and, you know, you didn't break a sentence at an awkward space or anything like that. All right, cool. So this looks decent to me. All right, I'm actually going to rearrange this slide because that one should be first. I'm going to delete these because technically I should duplicate a finished slide. So I'm going to duplicate the page. And now I can, on this second page, just highlight the text. I'm going to go back to my notes, pick something else. Let's pick this down here. Let us not be conceited. Let us not provoke bad behavior out of others. Let us not think small of God. Let us not be weary in well-doing. It's my sermon for the video today. All right. And then we're going to go. I copied that. We're going to go back to Canva. I'm going to highlight. I am going to paste. Boom. Now we have 2 slides. Hello. I know that's right. Cool. Looks good to me. I'm gonna roll with that. I'm not gonna fidget and whatever. I tend to be an over fidgeter. I'm trying to learn how to not fidget and just, overthink things, be a perfectionist. Okay, now if you look at your download options here, you see that it's at the quality 1080p HD for streaming. I know people tend to want to just like, no, give me 4K. Okay, here's slow down. Sometimes your computer can't handle 4K. Sometimes the streaming software that you're using will start to lag trying to process 4K videos and stream at the same time. Sometimes the screens that you're projecting to are not even 4K screens. Sometimes you can't even tell the difference, honestly. So, and quite a few news stations are still streaming in 1080 and you're watching it just fine because you can't tell the difference. So let's just not get overly excited about the 4K and go out and buy an 8K camera that you can't even process the footage that comes out of it because the files are just extremely too large. So I want you to consider those things. In fact, you might not, like making a video lower third may not even be the best option for you. You might need to just do stills, maybe pick a nice picture to have in the background because you might be overheating your computer, overpowering your CPU, trying to stream and play multiple videos and have all of these motion layers in your stream and all that. Like your computer may not be able to handle all that. So just consider those things when you're creating or when you're streaming, or perhaps you are doing something on your personal computer but is going to actually be used on another computer. Consider the power and the capabilities of all of the devices that you're going to be using. So I'm going to leave it here. This 1080p is just fine. As long as your text quality is crisp and clear, the background, it is fine. Like, trust me, it's not going to be a big deal. Because it's just really like a faint detail, something, like I said, to just add a little extra sauce to it. So let's not go overboard and do too much, because what good does it do to put in all of the effort and make something all super fancy and then like your computer crashes in the middle of the broadcast? That would suck. All right, now we go down here to download pages as separate files. All right, that is a pro option. I mean, you can always go back and break it up and clip it and all of that, but I'm going to choose download pages as separate files because I'm not going to play all of these lower thirds at the same time. It's not going to be a continuous video. I'm going to use these as individual files in the broadcast. So download pages as separate files. I'm going to click download. Booyah. Here we go. It is downloading. Also consider like your Wi-Fi, like your, wherever you are, your download speeds. Like the larger the file you create, especially when you're using an online resource such as Canva, when you download bigger files and all that, it's going to take longer. Like you might not even have the internet for that, for real. And since we're on the subject of internet and download speeds and all that, you also want to look into your upload speed. So a lot of times internet providers will get your attention. They're like, yeah, and you got, 137 megabytes of high speed internet and download speed of blah, 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 whatever. And then like they keep on going and you're all geeked up and excited and stuff. And what you didn't realize is that your upload speed is trash. So you download all of these assets for your broadcast, and then when you get ready to stream, you're like, yo, why is my stream lagging? That's mad whack. And it's because your upload speeds are not that great. All right, here we are. This is my OBS screen. That is what I'm streaming from today. So in OBS, the way that you would add a lower third, you're going to hit this plus down here and add a media source. You see the little play button there. And the reason we're adding media source instead of image is because you guessed it, it's a video, not a picture. So we're going to add media source, and we're going to call this media source lower third 1, because I forgot just that fast what it's about. Yikes. All right, and we're going to automatically hit loop because those clips are short and we want it to loop, give people time to read it. Here's a tip: if you are putting things on the screen for people, it is a good habit to read it yourself and not like speed read. Okay, like take your time and read it on the screen yourself so that you can get a feel of how long it takes to read it. Like you got to leave it on the screen long enough for people to see it, you feel me? All right, let me go up here to my downloads and see. It says it downloaded. Where's the zip? There it is. Okay. Paragraph text. I'm going to edit this in my downloads because, let me see. What does this say? Something be not conceded. Okay. So I'm going to rename this. Be not conceded. Don't remember how to spell conceited. That's one of those I before E things, but it's tricky. All right, and y'all not gonna laugh at me, so I'm not gonna type it. All right. Let us not provoke. Okay, I'm gonna, because when you get ready to go search for your file, when you get in OBS, obviously they're kind of all gonna look the same because it's the same video. So Let's get in the habit of taking the time to name our files. Sometimes I have a bad habit of like just typing some stuff because I'm trying to do it quickly. But if you're doing this ahead of time and you want to be organized, organize your files. Also, this helps you not to have to sit there for everything that you're doing. You can actually get someone else to do some of these things because they can actually find the files, and they can't find the files if you don't properly label them. Duh. All right, so I'm gonna open this one. We're gonna say okay. Now you see this little dot up here in the corner because you might say like, dang, I loaded it and where did it go? It's because it is not full size. For whatever reason, sometimes when you put things in your streaming program, it might not automatically like resize it. So this little red dot up there, it lets you know there's something up there. So I'm on a Mac right now. I'm going to go Command F. That is the shortcut key for OBS to automatically make it fit the size of your screen. All right. I'm not going to lock it into place yet. I want to see what it looks like. Boom. I like it. It looks good to me. So I'm going to actually click it over here on my preview side. I'm going to drag it down to the bottom of the screen. Remember we were talking about those lower thirds? Nailed it. All right. That's perfect. I like how that looks. Also, you see we got the little frost in the background, helps you to read it a little better. And then on the outsides, there is no frost, and you can see that design clear, and it just looks good to me. Whatever, I don't care what you say, that look good. All right, I'm just kidding. Definitely open to tips and questions and whatever. You can drop that stuff down, you know where it goes. All right, so now that we have it where we want it to be, I'm gonna lock it in. All right, lower third 1. Now what I'm gonna do to save myself a little time, I'm actually just gonna copy that, and then I'm gonna paste that copy. I'm going to rename this lower third 2. Definitely don't call them lower third 1 and 2 because nobody's gonna know what that is. All right, you want to call it lower third conceited, lower third don't provoke, you know, whatever it needs to be called. And I'm gonna lock both of those. Now I'm gonna go in. I named them both 2 because I'm brilliant. All right, sorry. Let me go back and change that to 1. It called both of them 1. That's wild. All right. Then I'm gonna click the second one and change that and click OK. Okay, so I can turn off 1. That's our first one. When you're done with it, turn the eye off. And then there's your second one. I feel like it's both the same video, but anyway, you get the point. Of what to call them. I think I downloaded the same video twice, but anyway, the point of this video was not to properly name your videos. The point was how to make a lower third quick and easy in Canva, and we did that. But again, you know, that also goes back to the point of just being careful about naming the files and being organized and all that good stuff so you can find it. So I'm going to delete this one because it's a duplicate, but here it is. There's your lower third, and it is a video. You've got slight movement there in the background. See that? See that? Let me make this bigger. You see that? You see that? Okay. That is how you make a motion lower third. You got a little slight movement down there at the bottom of the screen, a little something something for the people to enjoy. It's automatically on loop. You should not be able to see when the video starts over because it is seamless and it looks good. Simple, easy, quick tutorial on how to create a motion lower third in Canva. Sauce up them Bible classes, y'all. All right. Do I want to exit? Yes.